Okay, we're live. You rained on my parade. There you go. That's all I can say is, okay, I'm coming in to do a reading. But our Sunday evening finished earlier than normal. My hat's soaking wet. Well, not soaking, but it's wet. So you rained on my bonfire. On my family weekly meet-up. Anyway, maybe we all just need an early night. Maybe. So it's quite chilly, and I thought I'd come on and do a reading. Hi Laurie, how are you, darling? It rained, you know. We was enjoying our evening. We had the most beautiful fire this evening. The last 2 weeks it's been a bit erratic, and sometimes hard to keep alight, but the fire was really good. And then the rain came, and then it went away for a little bit. And I was just out there sitting there, and it was just getting heavier and heavier. And Jasper seems to like being outside in the rain a lot, so I found myself last night around about 11:30 sitting out there in the rain with Jasper. But it's kind of like, okay, let's go in then, and we should do a reading. It's 141 on the counter. So here we are. I'm not sure if the hair's gone curly because I did straighten it, but it's up in the hat. So it's up in the hat, like the cat in the hat. Mischievous, the cat in the hat. Thing 1 and thing 2 takes me to my daughters. Actually, what I call them is Mem 1 and Mem 2. Their name's Mem because well, I'm either speaking to M or Meg, so normally it comes out Mem. I forget who I'm speaking to. I get their name wrong. You know, one of those mother things that happens. You get their names wrong. So they're just called Mem. Mem 1 and Mem 2. It takes me to thing 1 and thing 2. And when they were young, so Emily would have been about 1.5 years. Emily was 1.5 years. Megan was 5. We went to, it was our first trip to Florida. We went to Universal Studios and Cat in the Hat land. Well, it's Seuss's world. Dr. Seuss's land. Oh, my ears are ringing, so I'm not sure. What are we touching on? They had t-shirts, thing 1 and thing 2. Mem 1, Mem 2. Okay. And the amount of times I've called my eldest daughter Mem tonight is untrue. Right, oh, the legs are absolutely soaking, saturated. Would you like to see? I can show you. I don't know if you can see how wet my legs are. This is the rain. Evidence of the rain. Well, I was crouched down like this by the fire. So the rain was just coming down. Obviously, it's caught the top of my hat, and I put the hat on to protect the hair and a scarf. And also it stopped my hair from smelling of bonfire and roast dinner because I'll be multitasking. In and out from the garden, okay, to the oven. Anyway, very nice dinner. 6 of us for dinner this evening. I've skipped pudding. I don't really feel like eating pudding. I feel like chatting to you guys. I felt like calling this reading, not live with Lucy. What's your name? Lucy. Not live with Lucy, but talk with Lucy. Do you want to talk about anything? What topic would you like to talk about? Okay, I would normally shorten your name, but I don't feel right calling you Pratty. So, and I can't shorten it even more because, hi PK, can I call you PK? Is that all right? I'm going to call you PK. Hi. Right, I'm going back to the top of the comments. I hope you understand. I just don't feel comfortable calling you that, so I'm going to call you PK. I actually thought that said pretty. Okay, pretty core. Laurie, hello. Good, I'm driving back and forth, as I've mentioned, about back and forth from the garden to the kitchen. I'm driving back and forth between pet clients, what happened there, at the, at the moment, but it's a beautiful day. Here, 66, take note of the number right now, but it will get chilly at night. Yeah, well, we've got cloud cover, so I don't think it's going to be so chilly. And I did make mention of that actually, because it's been a beautiful day. And I looked up and it was clear skies. And I felt a few spots of rain. It was like, that doesn't make any sense because there's no clouds above us. So it was a kind of warning sign. I've been receiving quite a lot of them today, warning signs. It's danger could be in the air. It depends what you class as being danger, but cautiousness is needed. It's cool. I feel like I'm undercover. But that's fine. I'm not afraid. And yeah, I felt like it's a good opportunity to talk things over, whether that's with the divine or whether that's with whatever, whoever. Okay, now that I'm saying that, I'm feeling the energy of talking things over with, well, whoever, whatever, whether that be a pet. This morning's message starts off with, it was it was a pussycat's paw in the hands. There was a lot of hands in that morning message where I just pulled the cards in the garden. And did you hear the sirens? I picked up the sirens. And anyway, what are we talking about? Talking it over with your pets, with your loved one, with just being able to talk things over with God, with yourself. It's good to talk. So, talk to Lucy. Carol, hello, my darling. Hello there. It has been weirdly rough today. I'm snuggled up with my dog in bed with you and Laurie. I love it. Valkyrie's birthday today. I need to speak to Valkyrie soon, don't I? That's going to be so interesting, Carol. I haven't really seen her, have I, since she can talk. I'm looking forward to that meeting. I reckon she's got a lot to tell me. Happy birthday, Valkyrie, darling. Beautiful angel. Yes, I can call. Yes, you can call me. Okay. PK. Awesome. So, would you like me just to pull some cards and see where it takes us? I still have the cards from earlier on because I didn't abandon ship, but I went to spend time with my guys, so I just plonked my cards down. So they're all still here. Should we have a look at those? I mean, by all means, if you want to chat, that's absolutely fine. If you can think of anything to talk about. The reason I talk a lot is because a lot of people don't really have much to say. And I'm good at starting conversation, but I'm also good at picking up from the conversations that you start. So, oh, that was a bit aggressive. Very aggressive, actually. Somehow I like it. It's firm. What do you want to talk about? Okay. Jeez. Seeing as I'm thumping those cards. What is with this orb? I'm just pissing around now. Advice on moving forward gracefully. Okay, should we ask the cards? Oh, I was going to actually read from a book. Advice on moving forward gracefully. But that's all you have to be, is grace. So I feel that you're very aware of the gracefulness as you carry yourself. I mean, are you aware of your own grace? Amazing grace. Do you notice that you hold yourself differently? That, oh my goodness, come on, guys. Do you know that there's just this attractive aura around you? A lot is about, once our ego's out of the way, we can really accept who we are. So let me give you an example of my daughter. She said yesterday, she said, Mum, I'm going to tell you something. What happened at work yesterday? She said I could have cried. So I didn't know what she was going to tell me. And she said this little boy, as he was leaving her shop, her store where she works, he said to his mummy, wasn't she so nice? And the mummy went, yes, she was lovely, wasn't she? She was really nice. And she said, I said, that's amazing, Megan. I said, it's about time that you start to hear how amazingly beautiful her personality is. Just, oh, you just feel so loved in her presence. She's very, I wouldn't say she's very talkative, but she's not afraid. She's not fearful of communicating. That's something I taught them when they were younger. Well, I'm not sure if I taught them. It was just if we went out for a meal, we would all order our own food. So I wouldn't speak for like the whole table. And I wouldn't speak for my children. So they'd look at me and normally I'd say, okay, I'll have a steak and chips and blah, blah, blah. And then my husband, their dad, would put his order. And then I would just look at them. I say, do you want to tell the lady what you want? And just, it's kind of putting them on the spot, but perfect. When paying for items, so I'd stand back, give them the money and say, you can go and pay for that item if it's something that they want. So I always taught them to be independent like that. I say, why are you scared? They're just like you and me. Anyway, that's just a little story. I've been suggesting 60s and 70s music, good harmony and light vibration. Absolutely. We always play music when we're out in the garden, but we play it from YouTube. So one of the songs that I like the video for, it's got all like the army and the sailors and the way that they dress, is Candyman by Christina Aguilera. And then her other song, which is Ain't No Other Man. But if you listen to the beginning of part of that song, it starts off, I'm in a whole lot of trouble, baby. I always, this is where like I manifest like trouble for myself. Always seem to get out of it though. I mean, it's not really trouble, but I know that it's kind of a, yeah. Others would look at it as being troublesome, or me being troublesome. Trouble's always knocking at my door, and I always go, this is my song. And then it goes into the song, ain't no other man on this planet stands up next to you. I don't know the words for it, I just like the beginning part of it. So that kind of music, and we've been playing like the 90s actually today, but you have to remember that these are like kids that are born in the 2000s, so, or late 90s, like 99. 99 red balloons go by. Anyway. Right, should we see what the cards want to say? Let's have a look at the Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will read from Raise Your Vibration book. But interesting because grace is a state of being, isn't it? Queen of Raphael, kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Oh, they're touching on the right topic. They're touching on the right queen. Follow your heart, a love of home and family, trustworthy psychic information. So when I was younger, and I was a little bit of a rebel, like, I went to school up until about maybe 12-ish, 11, 12. And then I would go to school with good intentions, and at lunchtime I would skip out of school and I'd go to my sister's house. And at my sister's house, I got to be around her youngest. I was 11 when he was born. And I used to just look after him. I used to love spending time with him. And she just let me do whatever I want. So I've been quite lucky because she would write notes to the school. And then when it got to be a bit too much of an issue for my mum, that I was always at my sister's house. And why did I go to my sister's house? Well, she loved the fact I could clean and look after her child. And she liked the company. And I could smoke. So I was a real rebel. It was like I was smoking at a very young age. And at the age of 13, I ended up moving in with her. And she had another child, so I had two of them to look after. Absolutely loved it. I'm getting to the story.
So that was at that age. And then when you kind of come to, well, we was like in secondary school, it was year 1 to 5. Okay. Interesting, I went to an all-girls school, because I look at all the signs and like kind of how, I don't know, whatever's occurred has occurred. So I went to an all-girls school, secondary school, so from the age of 11 till 16. And the school was called Christchurch Girls, Christchurch School for Girls. I can't remember the name of it. And we had a boys' school next door, but I didn't interact with the boys, even though our canteen was cut. So half the side was girls, half the side were boys. But I was more of a tomboy myself, so I wasn't really interested in mingling with the boys. And I come from quite a poor background, so I wasn't viewed as being, I didn't view myself as being attractive. So hence why I didn't go near boys, and all the popular girls got mixed up with the boys. It was known, before my day of being at a school, it was known as being called the pram pusher school. So I take it the boys and the girls, you know, done their business behind the bike sheds, was the story. Well, anyway, I kind of ditched school. I do now, but I didn't really get on with girls. But I still get on with boys, maybe better than girls. So I kind of ditched school at 13, got into a little bit of trouble, like with the educational welfare officer. But because I'd left my mum's house and there was like letters going back and forth, I didn't speak to my mum for like 3 years. I just doing my own thing. I was out clubbing, night clubbing. Because you didn't have photo ID then, so I used to take, I had 2 older sisters, one 3 years older than me and one 6 years older than me. And so I used to go out clubbing with them. And I just borrowed their ID, although I never got ID'd, probably because I was with older girls that they just assumed. I actually got ID'd on my 18th birthday, but then my clubbing days were done. Then I stopped clubbing. It wasn't against the law, was it? What am I talking about? Oh, so when you're 13, you choose your options, and we could only choose 3 options. So I chose child development, big one. I wanted to be a nanny. I wanted to have like 6 children. I wanted to look after children, love kids. Still do, absolutely love children. Okay, number 2, home economics. A very motherly thing. Okay, number 3, English literature. So even though you do English, English literature I chose. It just seemed like the best option than all the other ones. So they were my 3 options. But when it comes to like English, you have like an oral examination. And my thoughts went to sexual then. Not like that. I even remember her name. Her name was Mrs. Seeley. And she used to wear the most prominent eyeliner, or maybe it was, no, lip liner, but it was a lot darker than what the inside of her lip colour was. And I was a little bit cocky. And so I would go to school, because I promised the school I'd go to school like twice a week, okay, which was cool. I didn't do any of the coursework. Well, I did, but I handed it in on the last day. I got predicted, ungraded for everything. And I just wasn't stressing anything. I went to all the exams and I came out with really good results. That's why I didn't, well, not really good results, but I came out with C's. That was pretty good. And I came out with C's in what I needed anyway, in my chosen, and a D. So, but we had this, where you have to sit in front of the whole class on a little stool. I remember it. And she sat there in front of me and she said to me, okay, Lucy, so what do you want to do when you leave school? And in the most cockiest way, I said to her, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to be a good mum and a good wife. And she just looked at me and she went to me, and I believe you will be. She said, you'll just go so far with your personality. And I remember her congratulating me when I went up on stage, because she was so shocked that I came out. She was my English teacher, and I came out with a C in English and a C in English literature as well. And it was mainly just from the exam, which I thought I was writing the most stupidest answers to their questions, but hey. And so I've always felt within me that I just want to be a good wife and a good mum and just a beautiful representation of a feminine. And it's only really been over the last 10 years, 11 years, that that has truly developed. And, well, there's no going back. So, a little story time there for you. I may have told you that story before. Carol, I watched a 20-year-old come to tears over the Righteous Brothers. The Righteous Brothers. Okay, yeah. I was taken to, what's going on with my mind tonight? I think they're called the Out Here Brothers, the Out There Brothers. Boom, 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 let me hear you say well. And it's like there's a really filthy version to that. About putting one's pussy somewhere loose. Yeah, well, in someone's face. But we're talking about Righteous Brothers. They're the dudes that sang, oh my love. They're the Righteous Brothers. My brain feels a bit fucking scrambled. My darling, I hunger for your touch. Me and my dudes, well, Megan and Jamie and me, they're the group that's it. We're very spiritual, so we bring all the signs, synchronizations. We're the ones that it's so beneficial. Emily, not so much, but she is aware. She just doesn't kind of join in as much with us. I'm not sure what that's all about, but hey, each to their own. And I went round to see them the other day, and they're watching Sense8 on Netflix, and I watched this. It must have been a year or so ago. Very good. Makes complete sense, more sense now watching it, Sense8. So check it out. And but they all connect kind of through 4 non-blondes. What's up? What's going on? And we actually had that on in the garden. It was a really weird connection going on because we were all just there like singing. And what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was a moment before we came in, before the rain came down. So let's read about the Queen of Raphael, the Queen of Cups. Belly's rumbling. I've just given it a really nice big roast dinner. Give it a good roast dinner. Oh my goodness. Well, it is all goodness, really, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with it. How did you bring him to tears with the Righteous Brothers? Did you play him the song? Has he not heard that song before? Has he not watched Ghost? Hey Sherry, how you doing, darling? Happy Sunday. Only have a few minutes. Got to walk the dogs, Bee. Okay. Where did the bee come in for? Dog before dark. Well, let's read about the Queen of Raphael. Situations. Your heart is your greatest strength. Sherry, when you walk the dog, you've got to walk it. You've got to walk it. Let's not call it a dog. Okay. What's the doggy's name again, Sherry? Come on, Lucy, think. Because you walk, you do dog walking, do you notice that you walk in grace? Carol asked a question. Carol would like advice on moving forward gracefully. What is with the belly? Carol says that is a wonderful thing to harmonise with voice. Yes, we were listening to it. It made her cry. So beautiful. Sorry, I thought that said a 20-year-old man. You didn't even state a gender. There's something going on with that today. So maybe not necessarily about stating a gender. Let's just look at this. The Celtic god of... Is that love and beauty, or live and beauty, or live and beauty? Is it love? Let's read about the Queen of Cups. Situations. Your heart is your greatest strength. Expect relationships with others to develop to a new level. Someone is in the perfect position to help another person understand his or her own feelings. An immense love of home and family is also in evidence. Any psychic or intuitive information that arises is completely reliable. That's an awesome message. Francis, I don't have my glasses. He oranges like a king. Jeez. Oh, he prances. So there we go. I love how Sherry's actually talking about how her doggy prances like a king. So not just, so we're talking, not talking about gender. So how does a masculine, a divine masculine, carry himself as a king? Because that's what Grace is. It's queen energy. The Queen of Raphael. Can't imagine the pair of you walking together. Oh, geez, gonna turn heads, isn't it? I mean, you both turn heads individually, and you should know that by now. You should know that you're special. What on earth does this say? Does that say a little divine puppy? He oranges like a king. He oranges like a king. He gets treated like a king. It's like the divine masculines, they get treated like a king, and you divine feminines will get treated like a queen. Rightfully so. Who says that? The righteous brothers up there. We all are special. Yeah, but how many of us actually acknowledge that and can accept that without the ego telling us to, like, I don't know, not just the ego but everyone else, thinking that maybe you're a bit too high and mighty. I've heard a lot over the years, but I can't help but just giggle. It's just like, yeah, oh my goodness, all the comments disappeared and all it left was little divine puppy. Yes, we are, Carol. I can't hide from it. I know I'm different. But that's exactly the same. Okay, what was this that I heard? There's two things that you can't hide. A cough and love. And that's, I'm not going to hide anymore this immense feeling of love that I feel, because some may view it as being wrong. I don't think so. I don't think that way. And I'm not going to start thinking like others just to please them. And I mean, we're not going there. Sherry, that's where the grace comes in. If you've got it, you don't have to flaunt it. No, you don't even have to try. I was going to say you don't even have to try. Like, you can see it in your eyes. You know. The writing, it's my gift and my mission. Indeed, Sherry. I was wondering when Sherry's going to share any of her writing with us. Let's have a look at people. Someone who is wise and kind, a loving and nurturing person with the ability to solve problems before they occur. Psychic, spiritual, understanding, giving. The additional meanings of this card: a psychologist, a champion of the underdog, giving too much, unconditional love, the need for self-care. I was always a champion of the underdog. Most of the people I hung out with were the people that were bullied. And I don't know, I just always had this feeling of being like, being a friend. Being a good friend when you know that maybe someone doesn't have a friend. Laurie. Oh, hold on. Sherry, almost at least what I channel. Okay. Lovey, your little dot, that blue dot of yours, it looks like that one that keeps coming onto my chin here. Well, when they disappear, that's all I can see is like your dot with that full circle blue dot there. Let's read Lovey's comments though. Someone's young, 1-year-old dog slipped out of harness and did not want to be caught. I gave him some of my dinner and sat quietly waiting for him. Yay, success. Pup psychology. Yeah? Oh, awesome, isn't it? I feel that's what Jasper's doing with the kittens. One of them's gone to a new home. That's good. And they've actually been taken inside tonight, which is another good thing. So I haven't taken him in. I best not. But the gentleman who lives a couple of doors down, he said, I'm going to take them in. They can't stay out here at night. It's getting colder. So he said they'll be back in the morning. And the mummy always goes to his house anyway. Like, it jumps on the roof and kind of goes through his bedroom window. So there's a gentleman, and he is a gentleman for doing this, for taking the cats in. I said, have they got homes? He said, no, I'm going to take them in. I said, I'm so pleased that you're doing that, because he comes out and feeds them and looks after them, even though they're not his cats. But the mum is quite fond of him and kind of jumps onto the roof and into his like bedroom window. So I said to him, you're going to have him in your bedroom with you? He said, yeah, I'm going to leave the window open for the mummy, because they're still kittens, they shouldn't be able to get up. Well, I don't know what he's going to do, listen. It's better than them being outside as it's getting colder. Okay. Sherry, how lifting is it that my dog is all different shades of chocolate? It sounds so delicious. Sweet like chocolate, you bring me so much joy. You're sweet like chocolate, boy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Why? I'm going to just sing it because there's no holding back. Now I'm going to suck on my chocolate solid balls. Stick them in your mouth and suck them. South Park, really? Yes. Have to play their way so they think. Oh, you have to play their way so think. So think? So they think. We've been connecting so much with Jasper tonight. We've actually with all the cats. Okay. Okay. Taking you guys with me? I'll listen while we walk. Good idea. Love it. We're all going for a walk with Chevy. Chevy, what is the doggy's name, please? I've got to try and remember what his name is. Ball bags. It's not his name. That's me. And I can't remember something, comes down to myself. Ball bags. I've forgotten. What's his name? Angus. Of course it is. Okay. Yeah. That's how we pronounce it, isn't it? Shall we? Cutie. Just like chocolate. Alright, squeaky chair. Should we carry on? Should we see what other card wants to come out? Well, you started this discussion, Carol. I can't believe that Angus is walking, strutting, not strutting, prancing, like a king. Yes, strong Celtic name. Is it Celtic? Celtic? I don't know. Celtic, Celtic. Two of Gabriel. Okay, he's strutting his stuff, like he's looking like a king. This is good stuff that we're putting out there. It's helping the kings. Okay. Look, seriously. It's all about the way you hold yourself. Never. Never dip your head in shame. No. No. Two of Gabriel. I just wanted to say that. Make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships are people who share your vision. Oh, interesting, because I feel like this. Oh, well, for one, it looks like a rainbow that I saw yesterday. I can't show you because it's on my phone. I've got half my hair hanging out. Do you think this got wet?
That looks really short. It must be tucked up and around. It's extremely short. Okay. I was taken to like pulling the short straw then. Hi Gal Gal. Hello everyone. Keep hearing Dream a Little Dream of Me by the Mama and Papas. Well, in come the signs. Dream a little dream of me. Dun, dun, dun. That's taken us back in the day, isn't it, Carol? Okay, what are the words? Come on. Starbeams. I don't know what the words are. Dee 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 dee. Something they whisper. I love you. Dee 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 dee. Dream a little dream of me. What's the lyrics? Has someone got another device that they can like Google this on? I want them in the comments. Come on, you can do it. Can you copy and paste? No, you wouldn't be able to, would you? You'd have to go off. So, well. Dream a little dream of me. Sycamore trees. Okay, on a sycamore tree, you get the little umbrellas. They're helicopters, aren't they? They come with the little seeds on the wings. You break them in half. Okay, that took me to angel wings. I saw the most beautiful dragonfly today. Iridescent dragonfly. Amazing. And the thing is, it kind of flew up, wow, and there was a big bumblebee, and in the air were just fairies. That's all I could see. It's been a beautiful day, especially connecting with nature. And after the messages today, well, it's spot on. And and a lot of interaction with the cats this evening. So this dragonfly comes flying. I'm sitting out there. And he kind of flew, and then he went, I went, no, come closer, but he literally comes zooming for my head to the point where I was like, okay, maybe not that close. And then I didn't see him after that. I don't know where he disappeared to. But I got my phone out ready to take a photo, and yeah, anyway. You live on Sycamore Street? Carol? Like maple tree seeds? Wings? Hey, I'm in leaving for a bit. Hey, you're leaving for a bit? Okay. But what I was going to say is when you snap them in half and you throw them up into the air, helicopters. That's when you always know it's a sycamore tree. Okay. Yes, yes. Fun. Especially if you get them at the right time of season. You don't want to get them when they're green. You want to get them when they're like brown and crispy. Love it. So it's like while the dandelions are away, the sycamore seeds, helicopters will play. We could play conkers if you like, but yeah, I'm not over keen on it. It's a bit too violent, that one. For a gal. If you are going, Carol, then I'll see you when you get back, if that's what you were saying. Oh, I didn't like that. Kind of frowned. I swear this hat pushes my what's it called? What's that called? This here? Oh, your forehead. Yeah. What do you have rose across your forehead? What was I doing the other day? I was cleaning up a spillage at work the other day, and then this gentleman made a comment or something, and he said to me, would you like me to give you a D hat? I said, you're going to stick me in the corner? Like a naughty child, and face the wall. Oh, by all means, if you like. Okay. Whew, okay, we're undressing. Oh, I want to see what's going on with the hair underneath here. It's been like tucked up here. Oh man, I was trying to save it from the rain. Do we have a hairbrush, please? If we do, right in front of me. Don't you just love it? Right, guys, I'm just going to brush my hair because it's been raining. And there's been a bonfire going. Oh, a bit knotty, isn't it? Can you hear it? And, ouch. Well, ouch. Okay. Be gentle with it. Do you think that's like a graceful thing to do? Is to brush one's hair? They used to do that back in the day, though, wouldn't they? They would sit there, ouch, and brush their hair. I think we're through the knots now. That's probably where it rains, and it's been seeping through.
I've gone grey gracefully. That was a topic up for discussion yesterday because I went to work and I had my hair down. And so a few people said to me, oh my goodness, your hair looks lovely. And I said, I've only really just like grown to love it over the past few years. I said I had it all shaved off, but it used to be like red. I used to dye my hair, but I'd have to dye it every like 6 weeks because of the roots coming through. And I obviously knew that I had quite a bit of grey. So when I had my hair shaved off, which would have been about 6 years ago, I haven't dyed it since. I thought I'm just going to go grey gracefully. And I do tend to leave it curly most of the time. It's just sometimes when I feel like, I don't know, I feel like just straightening my hair, maybe just spending a bit more time on getting ready. It doesn't take me long to get ready. So I don't tend to faff around too much. But it doesn't take much effort, really. Like 10 minutes to put the makeup on. Not really do I do much with my hair unless I straighten it. And that's it, really. You go. Like, there's no major effort made. I feel better when my mum would always say she's putting her face on. And that would just be lipstick and eyeliner over her. And she always smelt wonderful as well. Smells of perfume. And I feel better when I can see myself looking like this. Even though I'm not touched up, it doesn't look too bad for being on all day. I mean, it must be coming on, must be past 10 o'clock now. And yeah, I can't be doing with all that, worrying about that stuff. Should we read this about the Two of Gabriel? We can read this about the Two of Gabriel. I'm extremely thirsty tonight. Right, I've groomed myself. Well, I imagine Spotty Pony will be able to tell us about this, like grooming a horse, how beautiful it must feel to be able to brush down a horse. And I mean, I'm not saying that I don't have experience with that. So, right, the Two of Gabriel. Interesting though, because I video called Megan earlier before she came over for dinner. And, well, it was interesting because they both had, like, ruffled hair. I said to him, was you just having sex? No, he's blow-drying my hair. And, I mean, her hair's, like, past her bottom. It's so long. And I think he gets some pleasure out of doing that. Blow-drying her hair. Because normally she doesn't do anything. She goes to bed with wet hair. But because she was coming out and they just had a shower, she won't go out with wet hair. But she'll go to bed with wet hair. Oh, it's so long. Anyway, it says you're making great progress. If you're experiencing a pause in the action, then it's time to reassert yourself and get things moving again. Be bold and ambitious. You may have a choice to make, and don't let indecision keep you from going forward. The right choice won't come from your mind, so follow your heart. Follow your heart or follow your divine feminine. Just took me to the Queen of Hearts. Important relationships are possible right now. I like to make sure that we're talking about the right card. Important relationships are possible right now. Partner with people who share your outlook and passion. Additional meanings of this card: long-term vision, business partnerships, showing great courage, gay friends or relationships. Right then. Gay friends or relationships. I always felt that that's someone who's in touch with like their opposite emotion. Emotion? Okay, we can call that. We can call it that. I don't even know what to call whatever anymore. Everyone seems to be like naming, branding themselves with names. I don't quite understand. I know that it's trying to point out our differences. I feel it's just, you're just drawing more attention to it when there wasn't actually that much attention there anyway. It's all in here, what you think. It's like, who gives a fuck what people think? The Queen of Gabriel was in reverse now. Passionate, charming, brilliant and independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. I'd say there's no need for that. That was in reverse. It was the independent part. What's interdependent? Okay, Belly. These match. These match each other's vision. So it's kind of you don't really want to be too independent, because it's about you depending on the other one to balance you out. Okay. So we're not liking too much the Queen of Wands energy. We're preferring the Queen of Raphael energy at the moment. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Five of Gabriel. A challenge you can resolve. Interesting, because again, I felt there was nothing for the feminine to do here. You are Grace. Amazing Grace. How sweet the sound. This is more about the divine masculine. There's a challenge that he can resolve. Like there's a missing puzzle piece here. Now, this feminine has the puzzle piece in her hand. Archangel Gabriel has a puzzle piece as well. And I think there's one there. But this isn't for, I don't feel, the divine feminine. It's the Five of Wands, which means that there's a conflict. And normally that can indicate inner conflict. Like the stories that you're telling yourself about who you are, or who you are here. I'm not going to say who you're meant to be, who you are here to be. The potential. So the Five of that's a gamble. Well, the Five of Gabriel, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. I do feel like this is the feminines kind of talking to the masculines here, who are hiding. But they're not hiding, they're just in this protective kind of thinking bubble. I would call this, I remember once doing a talk when I was in network marketing, and it was a lot about personal development. So when we'd have our monthly like key meetings, there'd always be speakers that would get up, and I had done a talk once regarding your positivity bubble. And I described it as if I had kind of a little, what would you call it? Maybe a sunroof. And if anything negative come into my bubble, I'd open up the sunroof and off it goes, and close my sunroof again. And keep myself protected in this. I know nothing about this spiritual stuff, although it was all the same, just a different way of explaining it. Very masculine approach to explaining. A lot of studying on the law of attraction. Well, like attracts like. End of story. I suppose hate attracts hate. Love attracts love. Fear attracts fear. Guilt attracts guilt. Anger attracts anger. Come on. Makes no difference. It's all about you. I was going to say it makes no difference what's happening around you. It's all about how you handle what's happening around you. And then that takes me to the book Sumo. Shut up, move on. And then there's an equation. E plus R equals O. Where most people think the event equals an outcome, but it's the event plus your response that equals the outcome. We all respond differently. Based on our positivity bubble and whether or not we have one. Let's read this about the Five of Gabriel here. I was taken to Bath. I don't know if it's a town or a city, but it's Bath. It's near Bristol. And I went there on a hen do, and we done horse riding. Okay. I've ridden a horse twice now. Yes, I have. Once in Dominican Republic. I went there on my honeymoon. And we got there and we were going to do some horse riding. And they said to me, do you feel confident being on a horse on your own? Or would you like us to give you a rider up front? I said, I was not confident. It's quite, I thought it's quite high up there. I mean, they're strong beasts. Beautiful, but, yeah, powerful. And I said, I would like to have a rider, please. I swear they put like a 6-year-old little boy in front of me. I've never felt like such a twat. Just about writing things on your forehead. It was hilarious. I mean, you soon get over fears when a little 6-year-old. And we're going through the stream with the horses' hooves are like slipping and everything. It was out where they like filmed Jurassic Park and everything. It was quite cool. I think there's a part in Jurassic Park with the helipad. Is that what they call them, where the helicopters land? And we got to see that and the waterfall. So yeah, an experience. The Five of Gabriel. You have what it takes to solve this puzzle. You may not have all the pieces just yet, but working with others and finding compromise is the way to come to a peaceful resolution. This is interesting, because what did I say about being interdependent? Well, it says here, some of the interpersonal conflicts and challenges that you're experiencing may very well be reflections of struggles you're having within yourself. Stand back and take a look at the big picture. Listen carefully to other people's viewpoints, hence why I believe that we're doing this. When you draw this card, it's a recommendation to withdraw from the drama of others if you can do so gracefully. Healthy competition can make you stronger and be very fulfilling. Keep your intentions positive and your ethics of the highest caliber. Additional meanings of this card: multiple situations vying for your attention, dramatic people, petty quarrels, sporting events. Sporting events. Why would you feel that they'll put that into that card? Sporting events. I want to sing the heat is up. Oh look, it's like lining up my throat chakra. The heat is on. Sometimes I just like fucking with you. Hello, Bella. How are you, darling? Moon Cookie. Happy Sunday. Is it Sunday today? It sure is. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. And people say we're monkeying around. But we're too busy singing to put anybody down. What are we trying to be? We're just trying to be friendly. Jeez. Hey, hey, hey. We are back like we never left. Like we never left. Well, I want to go a bit further with this. Let's go to the book. Oh my goodness, I've got a Bible as well. We won't do too much Bible reading today. We'll have a little look, if I can even... It's upside down. Upside down, you're turning me. I really cannot read this. Okay. That was like quite... We don't have to read it. It's not an issue. About the New Testament and Psalms. Okay, formally... What's this? Paul's concern for the Galatians. Formerly, when you did not know God, you were slaves to those who by nature are not gods. Well, we're talking a lot about nature, aren't we? So, formerly, when you did not know God, you were slaves to those who by nature are not gods. But now that you know God, or rather are known by God, how is it that you are turning back to those weak and miserable principles? Holy moly, man. Do you wish to be enslaved by them all over again? You are observing special days and months and seasons and years. I fear for you that somehow I have wasted my efforts on you. I plead with you, brothers, become like me for I became like you. You have done me no wrong. As you know, it was because of an illness that I first preached the gospel to you. Even though my illness was a trial to you, you did not treat me with contempt or scorn. Instead, you welcomed me as if I were an angel of God, as if I were Christ Jesus himself. What has happened to all your joy? I can testify that if you could have done so, you would have torn out your eyes and given them to me. 441. Seriously, opened up to like 441. And it's chapter number 4. I felt like that's like the Divine Masculine kind of saying, well, at the end there, I felt, where is it? What happens to all of your joy? You welcomed me as if I were an angel of God, as if I were Christ Jesus himself. Well, we're not putting any gender to this. That's quite touching, isn't it? I started here. Let's just turn the page. No. Just throw the book. Is it disrespectful? But it's not very graceful, Lucy. Yes, but I do have a masculine portion within me as well that I could be quite clumsy and messy. Alright, Lucy, just open it up. Daydream to the extreme. Vibe number 51. Oh, it's going to talk about when he was at school. I wonder if he has a similar story to me. Maybe not. I don't know. When I was at school, I was known for daydreaming. Okay, maybe. I could easily sit for hours on end, just gazing into space, much to my teacher's disapproval. I do like this guy anyway. Okay, Kyle Gray. I do like this guy anyway, regardless of what his school days were like. Although it appeared to the outside world that I was doing absolutely nothing, in my inner world, I was having the time of my life. To this day, I dream up the most amazing journeys. Even if my eyes are open, I don't always see what's going on in the outside world because I'm off on my own little inner adventures. I believe daydreaming is the key to awakening and developing the inner vision. When you daydream, you give permission for your third eye to open. That is a space in your spiritual anatomy that allows you to connect to heaven, angels, guides, and even your ability to manifest. The law of attraction, that is. If you were told off for daydreaming when you were younger, either by your parents or your teachers, there's a chance you'll feel it's a bad thing or a waste of time. It's time to realise that it's actually a miracle. Daydreaming is a powerful tool that allows you to access your deepest state of consciousness, strengthen it, and allow it to come through more clearly in your daily life. In the space of your mind, you have the capacity to create miracles. Remember, a miracle is a shift of perception. It's the ability to think about the best possible outcome of a situation rather than a plan for failure. A miracle is the moment when you fall out with someone and you imagine them being surrounded by healing light rather than imagining you are punching them or throwing daggers at them. You can create miracles. You are worthy of miracles. Now make miracles. Vibe of the day. This is such a good feeding, guys. I'm so pleased that I came in from the rain. Well, it's better than sitting out in the rain, getting wet and feeling sorry for yourself. I wasn't feeling sorry for myself, but I felt it wasn't my energy. It was just like, it took me to the card where in the 9 of Wands in the Tarot Grand Lux, where he's like kneeling down on the floor and he's got his head turned and he's got the wand, and then there's the legacy on the floor and he's got a bald head. We've seen the card recently. It took me to that. I felt like I was that image. but I was looking into the fire in the rain. So the vibe of the day. Today you are encouraged to daydream to the extreme. Find the time to go off on a little adventure somewhere. Your eyes can be open or closed. Maybe you'll dedicate your daydream to service to others by imagining all the people you love or work with being helped and supported by angels. Or you can imagine yourself doing your favourite sport. But that card spoke about sport, didn't it? What's that? Why is that in there? Wow. Or you can imagine yourself doing your favourite sport. Or you can relive a childhood memory or hobby. Whatever it is, do something that makes you feel alive. And as your daydreams get clearer, your psychic vision will too. Just to make it even easier for you, here's an intention to release old blocks surrounding dreaming. Dream a little dream of me. Okay. Are you ready for this? So just to make it even easier for you, here's an intention to release old blocks surrounding dreaming. It is my spiritual right to dream. I give myself full permission to create experiences in my mind. My mind is the medium of miracles, and today I allow it to express itself. Within my dreams, I am filled with unlimited potential. I allow that freedom to wash over my entire life. Dreaming allows my inner vision to be expressed. I am a dreamer, and that's a great thing. So share your vibe. Through daydreaming, I strengthen my connection to miracles. So through daydreaming, I strengthen my connection to miracles. And so it is. How beautiful. This is a really, really good reading. Okay, do I have more drink left? I do. I actually want to get this drank because I want to drink some cherry Coca-Cola. I'm really thirsty. That's not so graceful, Lucy. Oh, yeah, I know. How long have we been on for? An hour? My goodness. We are back. Are you back from walking? Right, let me have a look. Gal, sporting events. The ball is in your court. Well, the ball is in my vision, isn't it? But we can go back to the ball being in our court. But it took me to like the grand ball with the tuxedo and, you know, the ball gown. Sporting events, the ball is in your court. Great balls of fire. Love is in the air. How many songs are you coming out with? I don't think the first one is a song, is it? The ball is in your court. Do you think it should be a song? Great balls of fire. Love is in the air. It's 555 now. And Sherry is back. Well, I want to move on to some more. I am really drawn to pick a Rumi message. I'm going to go soon because I want to go and like watch some more of Sense8. The story is so coming in like with the readings and everything. So, but you must be noticing that. I mean, I think we've passed that stage, haven't we? Where we notice that the songs are talking to us and the billboards are talking to us and everything is talking to us. Yeah? Okay. It's amazing. They should teach this at school. There's a very even though, like naturally, I just feel graceful. There's a snappy kind of masculine energy coming through a little bit. I think he's a little bit impatient. I'm not sure what's about though. I'm patient. Yes, you are. And the more that you accept grace and you allow things to, and you take it in your grace, is that what they say? Take it in your grace. The more that things just unravel more naturally, the easier it becomes when you don't fight or struggle against the flow of the moment, the now. I've got the card, thank you. A new gown for the ball. Card number 18. Could it be I'm falling in love with you, baby? Well, I think if you ask that, could it be? I think that you have. Could it be I'm falling in love? Well, I believe you have fallen in love. With you, with you. Let's read this poem. Weary and consumed by longing, I was caressed by my beloved last night. Imagine it being a dream. There's a lot about dreaming, isn't there? Well, astral travelling. I was going to say remote viewing, but if you felt the touch. Weary and consumed by longing, I was caressed by my beloved last night. My wounded soul was set free when I tasted the sweetness of love. My spirit was lifted at once. I surrendered my life while overflowing with joy, and my vision was filled with light. Love said, "Don't feel so hopeless, my weary and gloomy one, for my generosity is beyond forgetting those devoted to me. See how boundless divine justice can be. Behold my immeasurable kindness." Love embraced my spirit, and all my doubts vanished at once. A new and glorious robe of honour was placed on my shoulders. Love offered me the power of new vision and the transforming touch of divine generosity, and placed a chalice of eternal wine in my hand, brimming. I have the perfect gift for you. It is a gown of new colours, of colours perfectly suited to you and no other. As though, oh no, sorry, let me just, as though what? The colours of this gown will make your eyes sparkle and gleam, as though they were more beautiful than the most precious of gems. The colours of this new gown will make your skin seem luminous, as if lit from within. For of course it is, beautiful angel. Your complexion is radiant with the light of life. Your hair will shine with lustre, and your entire being will be complemented by this gown, as it enhances your beauty in all ways. So hold on no longer to that shabby, tattered cloak, so unworthy of you. Cast it off. Let me grace your shoulders now with this royal robe instead, that you may shine beautifully, as befits a royal child of divine parentage. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yes, we went to the park this morning. Just at a quick neighbourhood walk, he ran into two of his friends. How awesome. Perfectly timed. If you had gone out and not stayed on the live for a bit longer, he may have not run into his friends. Our beloved, if you could only see the incredible gift, the symbolic robe being offered to you now, your fears would quake and tremble, disappearing more quickly than you could imagine. Your heart would take wings and become so light, your entire being would lift clean off the ground and soar like an angel bird amongst the playground of the Divine Mother's skies. Yet like a young one, so much younger than your years and wisdom warrant, you may hold on to your tattered robes as though they were a security blanket. Though you know it is time to let it go, you may take pause and have a moment of doubt. You may wonder if the new robes will descend swiftly enough, or that without what you have known to cling on to, you will be left stark naked, exposed and vulnerable. These thoughts are not worthy of your status, but perhaps you are yet to realise you are of the most sublime royal lineage, that you are worthy of a cloak of galaxies, a crown of stars, a body of sacred earth, and a voice of stirring music. You may be craning your neck to see who it is that can bestow permission upon you to receive a gift of such dignity. In whom is such authority vested that you may no longer be as the beggar, asking for scraps and contenting yourself with stale crumbs. You may simply decide to shed that, stand up to walk with your head held erect and with regal grace, and assume your place at the table of divine feasting. Remember that your royal birth certificate is stamped in your heart. There is no authority required, no permission to be granted. You are what you are already, and always have been thus. All that is required from you is to realise it. Thank you, Carol, for your request for advice on how to move forward gracefully. This oracle comes to you with sacred portent. You are fast approaching a moment of a great leap, an evolutionary shift on your spiritual path. Your sense of yourself and your divine identity is about to be revealed and realised in a way more potent than ever before. This is wonderful. It is a divine happening, and you must allow it. Do not confuse humility with humiliation. Do not humble yourself excessively. You do not have to battle with false pride either. Simply honour yourself as a living being, worthy of life, worthy of this royal path of divine realisation. What a gift it is to cast aside belief in inferiority or superiority, unhelpful as those notions are for you now. What a gift instead to embrace your own path, irrespective of what any other may think, whether they hold it in glory or derision. Who cares? Not you, nor I. Your royal heritage has been revealed, and in seeing the divinity within yourself, you become blessed to see it in all beings returning to the realisation of royalty within. Crazed searching outside of the heart will come to an end. A simple golden path will be found, as though a river of molten gold flows from your heart back to the oceanic heart of the great beloved, where, united again, you finally ascend your throne and claim your divinity once and for always. This oracle comes with sacred guidance for you. You are stepping into empowerment in a new way, and it is to be honoured. Do not allow yourself to be dragged into dramas or power games. You are worth so much more than that. You are tapping into your inner dignity, and others may not know how to respond. Some will respond with love and acknowledgement, others with fear and judgment, calling you really can't make this up, calling you too big for your boots or high and mighty. Those are voices of fear, not truth. Be in your dignity and power and keep going. It is the divine that urges you thus, not the ego. Do not doubt the changes happening within you now. Embrace them. How bloody wonderful was that? I'm sorry, it just had to be said. Lots of thinks for me in that Roomy card. Wow, yeah, absolutely. Hi, Cynthia, darling. So I just noticed that you commented. Just getting home from Mum's. She made us supper. Good roast. Happy nights to all. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Cynthia. You had a good roast dinner? Yeah, my guy said that their roast dinner was absolutely delicious. So, job done. The song just spoke. If you could read my mind, from the Masculines. If you could read my mind. I can't put a tune to that song, but if you could read my mind. Oh, do you know what's coming through though? I've got my mind set on you. But it's going to take money. It's going to take love. Okay. Shay was listening. Cynthia, anyone else giggling at the Promptu Blue Diamond Britney Spears has set Lucy has been sporting? What am I sporting? Britney Spears. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby. Okay. Anyone else giggling? I saw it when it came on. It was like, what are you doing here? But it wants to be there, doesn't it? That's all good. I don't worry about things like that. It is what it is, isn't it? Look. Perfection. What should we do now? Coffee's all gone. Carol, you still there? Have you gone? She went after asking a question, didn't she? I think she said she was off. What do you want to do now? do you want me to carry on pulling cards? 7710 on the counter. What time is it there, guys? Just because I want to know the number synchronisations. Can you let me know what the time is, please? And then I'll find out what the time is for me. Because it's going to be about 10 something. Well, it depends how many minutes you guys tell me it is. I can't remember what time I came on. Right. I'm going to go and get some other cards. I don't know what kind of cards I'm going to get, but we'll figure that out. Yeah. Oh, I felt a bit stiff. Should we get an Archangel Animal card? I think so. And the fairies have been around today. And the power of love. That would do it. And the colour language. Okay, don't take the Mickey now. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. I was talking to Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. And, oh, that was so cute. What I witnessed the other day. I don't know what the game's called, but it's got Mickey and Minnie Mouse in it. And my oldest daughter was playing it. But Minnie's been invisible. Well, it's not she's been invisible, but she forgot who Mickey was. And, like, I was sitting there as it's, like, bringing up all the writing. And she was going, I'm so sorry that I forgot who you was, Mickey. And he said, it's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was just beautiful, okay. And then they were off onto the next mission. The secret language of colour cards. I'll just continue for a while then. Seeing there's none of you come up with any ideas of what you want to do now then. Gal Gal, my dad used to sing to his mum, I wouldn't trade the silver in my mother's hair for all the gold in the world. I thought as a little girl she was a goddess. That's beautiful. So I wouldn't... Oh, I was telling you the story about my hair. Thank you, Gal Gal. So I went to work and I was saying to someone about how I'd shaved it off, and then another lady came in and she said, oh no, just dye it. I wouldn't have grey hair. And then I kind of put my head round the corner. I said, well, no, I kind of let mine just go grey. I said, I don't think it looks bad either. It looks all right. It looks good. And she was just saying about, yeah, well, it looks good on you. But I said, well, you wouldn't actually know, would you? Because you haven't, you know,
gone that far.
To like letting it go naturally grey, because all your features, all the colourings, all of it should be perfect for you. It should suit you. God created you. And I think that it's taken me a long time, and I still have my insecurities that pop up every now and again, not so many, but of course, I'm human, I have those, but it's just like, I was created this way, and I will evolve as it's meant to be. And it's like, when you start to view yourself like that, and you love yourself, especially the parts that you don't love about yourself, it's like you truly love those and accept, well, this is me. This is your God's gift, your God's given gift. You actually start to notice that whether or not it's just your vision, your perception that's changed, but you actually start to realise that you are extremely beautiful just as you are. 6:14. Thank you. Oh, geez. How long? Is it 6:14 at night? How many hours are you behind me, Sherry? No, you've just confused me. 6:14, but thank you for getting back. 6:14 brings us to an 11. Oh, okay, then it's... Oh, okay, so the time here is 1114. Of course it is. I believe it's 11:14 here. It's not going to be 10:14, is it? No. It's 11:14. I've got the card. How many? Just one. Peach. Inhale a breath of life. It's all peachy. Card number 19. Peach. 2 pages for this one. I mean, Cole just gets the one. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. That's Cole. Peach. Right in the centre. Centre spread. That's what you could be. The centre spread. Well, front page if you like, but... Peach. Peach releases stress and tension from your body, softening all the hardness and dissolving any density, especially in the lungs and chest. It also brings gentleness, kindness and friendliness into your life, opening you to new possibilities and assisting you to attract prosperity. Allow peach-coloured sparks to cleanse away any stuckness and rejuvenate your lungs. The breath of life. Rub your hands together, then move them slightly apart. Focus on the tingling energy that is moving through your hands, imagining sparks of peach coming out of them. Place your hands on your chest and allow these peach-coloured sparks to penetrate your chest and lungs, awakening any stuck energy and releasing stagnation. After a few minutes, hold your right hand above your chest, moving it around in a clockwise direction. Do this for 2 minutes while focusing on taking slow, deep breaths. As you breathe out, allow all the tension in your lungs and throat to release. And when you breathe in, visualize vibrant, healing peach rays regenerating your lungs. Now focus on what you love in your life already and what you would love to experience more of. Visualize receiving this increase of joy in your life. Say, I am now able to fully embrace all the wonderful experiences my life has to offer with joy, ease and love. And that's the way to do it. Punch and Judy. Well, it's the punch. Peach. That's beautiful. I felt the energy. I think I might have said earlier on in my live about how I was having like a bit of a tight chest and okay. Well, anyway, I don't know why I want to show you that again. Peach. Cherry.
what went through my mind is, I wonder if it stopped raining. Let's go to the Archangel Animal Oracle cards. We're going to get this reading wrapped up quite quickly. Okay, we're going through the cards now. The Giraffe. Aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. Archangel Jophiel. It's like, I'm in the mood for learning. Okay. Giraffe. About giraffes. The regal and elegant fifth-dimensional giraffes descend to Earth from Orion, the constellation of wisdom, carrying high-frequency light. Their crown chakras are open, and this enables them to reach energetically into the galaxies to access knowledge and wisdom and download it into their energy fields. They stay connected with their home, Orion, through a ray of truth, and they then spread this light through the ley lines of Earth. Giraffes demonstrate that it is possible to look beyond the ordinary into the extraordinary. They remind us to view life from a higher perspective. At the same time, they are experiencing and learning about balance and coordination. I love it. If you watch back the first live, at the end I actually do pull some angel prayers for the tribe, and when I was listening back I realised I haven't listened to it all back, but I've listened to some of it. When I was cooking dinner and I was coming in the house, I was like plugging in and listening to it whilst I was cooking, and then when I went outside I would turn it off, and so I've still got some to listen to, but whether I listen to that I don't know. I'm going to go off and watch Sense8, but I noticed that just the cards that came out, there was one card that said about this is a time for learning, and about focusing on your breathing. And what was the other one? Balance. And those were the three, well, I think I might have pulled three, I don't know if I pulled four, but three of the cards that I pulled at the end. So it just made mention of them again, that's all. They remind us to view life from a higher perspective, and at the same time they are experiencing and learning about balance and coordination. They are very tuned into nature and love the natural world. That's another sign from the two readings I put out today. While their soul mission is idealistic and noble, their service mission, quite simply, is to trim tall trees to allow new growth. Now, in the first video, when I'm just pulling cards this morning, it's on for about 5 minutes, I believe, you actually notice the trees, like, swaying, especially towards the end, because I kind of waited to cut off until they'd, like, calm down. But that would make sense, wouldn't it? There could have been giraffes in there. Guidance. When you receive this card of higher wisdom, it suggests that you look beyond the limitations of your current circumstances and situations. Continue to fulfill your daily commitments and responsibilities diligently while you explore your life from a higher perspective. You may then see things very differently. Internal change inevitably follows, and this is automatically reflected in your world. You are also asked to tune in to your home planet in sleep or meditation, and to connect to a ray of truth so that you can understand the true wisdom of your soul. Giraffe wisdom reminds you to act graciously, with dignity, serenity and balance at all times, and this will enable you to fulfill your dreams and your destiny. Stand in your power as a point of light. Beautiful message. Comes in perfectly. I love tarot. I do. I don't just love tarot. I love just tapping into spirit and channeling messages, and or just translating what I feel and
what I sense, and then it's just all clarified. We're going to the Oracle of the Fairies. They were everywhere earlier. And then I heard an advert about fairies. So I don't know if you guys have heard that advertised, but I'm not sure what it was advertising, but it spoke about the fairies. I think it might, I don't know if it's a movie coming out, or it might be like a toy that's being advertised for Christmas time. I'm not sure what it was, but it spoke about the fairies, and I'd already made the decision to tap into the Archangel Power Tower. Did I? Maybe that was this morning then. Maybe that was before I actually used these cards this morning. Right, the Oracle of the Fairies. Let's just see what you guys are saying. 6:22, but I'm behind in chat. 10:07 behind. Okay. Yes, I still don't use the cards though. Exactly. You don't need to. I just love playing with cards because I can talk for England. I think quite literally. I'll give it a good go. I'll talk for America as well. I'll talk for the whole world if I have to. If that's what's needed. That doesn't, I'm not fearful of that. Okay, talking to the world. Believe in magic. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights say you are part of nature, so you are magical too. Oh look, it comes in perfectly. Okay, let's read this. Wrong book, please. Believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? Sure do. That's a nice little spread there. Look, what's that spread there, do you reckon? The camera orb has been hanging around your throat chakra. Yeah, I picked that up. I think that might have been when you were gone. I said that it kind of looked like it was. And it's a perfect colour as well for the throat chakra, isn't it? I think so. I love the cards too. Other ways to use your cards. Okay, naturally, the main use of the cards is to perform readings for yourself and others. However, you may find your creativity is heightened when you work with the Oracle of the Fairies deck, and that you want to try other ways of working with the fairy energy present in the cards. If, for example, you're working on manifesting something in your life, you could carry the manifestation card with you, perhaps using the card as a bookmark to stop it getting damaged. That's interesting. Sherry, that's a good idea. If you're writing a book, are you writing like pen and paper? I mean, could you do with using one of your cards as a bookmark? Okay. So you could use it as a bookmark to stop it getting damaged, or placing it on your fairy altar, a place of focus where you can wish or pray, and that might include items such as a fairy figurine or a crystal. Each time you see the card, whether you're conscious of doing so or not, you'll be reminded of manifestation energy, and this will reinforce it. Now the card that I have up is the Power Couple, influential world leaders. That's my manifestation card. So this applies to any card you happen to be working with. If your budget allows, you could purchase a second Oracle of the Fairies deck and using creative ways while leaving the first set complete for readings. Be creative and allow your intuition and inspiration to come into play. After all, it's all about play when you're working with the Fae. It should be a light-hearted and joyful experience and a journey that you co-create with the fairies, in harmony with them, and this makes you more in harmony with the planet. This can only be a good thing for the benefit and highest good of all. Interpretations of cards. Believe in magic. So open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. When the fairy of the northern lights appears, she comes to tell you to open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you. The aurora... No, I heard this in Sense8. They actually spoke about this, and I've tried to pay attention of how he pronounced it. The aurora borealis is pure magic, and seeing the colourful ribbons of light dancing in the sky is on many a wish list. Perhaps you too have felt drawn to see this phenomenon in real life. If so, this card is confirmation that it's time to start making those plans. Or maybe another faraway location is calling to you. When nature beckons you, your spirit knows the way to go. So when nature beckons you, so that comes in with the first message this morning. Stay alert, no, stay aware. Stay aware, allow nature to take its course. So when nature beckons you, your spirit knows the way to go. The message may not be so literal, however, instead this magical fairy could be flying in to remind you to open your eyes and heart to the magic and wonder of the natural world, so much of which we take for granted. The fairy of the northern lights says, when you're taking a walk, stop, look up, look down and see the magic that's all around. Because sometimes we need a gentle reminder to stop and smell the roses and revel in the magic of nature. Perhaps you're being called to inspire someone else to see the world through new eyes of wonderment. Children see magic all around them. It's natural to them. If you feel stuck in a rut, tune into your inner child and learn to see the world through the eyes of a youngster once again. That's beautiful. Let's go to the power of love. Yes, perfect colour. The peachy. What colour are we talking about? Oh, the colour with this part. Let's take it to peach. Oh, the blue. Oh, look how it is. It's right there, isn't it? Right there, centre. I don't know. I'd say my head's more centred with the crown chakra. It's moving into position, isn't it? I do pen and paper, Sherry, I do pen and paper, then translate it to a Word document. Beautiful. Gal Gal, I love this, Gal Gal, when you say, I just heard the divine say, be in love with the wonder of you. Laurie, I know I would like to go see the Bori below us. What's it called? The Northern Lights? Laurie, I've been itching to get away to like Scotland or Peru. We're back to Africa. Well, with the giraffes. Seeing as that's the animal that came out. Straight away I thought about Africa, Laurie. Got to stay in the giraffe hotel. Anyway, that is on like my, if I want to call it my bucket list, but my adventure list is to stay at the Giraffe Hotel. I've been, like we spoke about this bit, I've been itching to get away to like Scotland or Peru, or back to Africa. I just want to travel, or even in the United States. I was talking about that today to my guys because we've been speaking about travelling, and I said I'm not that actually worried. I'm not that worried about getting out of the country or getting into another country. There's loads to explore here. I can't see anyone else's comments. Why is that then? The wonder of you. We just focus on you. Wandering Empress. With your little King Angus. We're here. I'm reading your comments out. I'm reading the comments out, Sherry. Laurie, elephant photos came through that I took when I was in Africa on my phone today. That and a double rainbow that I took in 2019. I took a double. I took a picture of a double rainbow yesterday. I was thinking of something else I've photographed, but it's far too filthy to show you guys. It's a double-ended 18-incher. Well, you can imagine it was purchased as a sorry you're leaving present that my daughter and her colleagues gave to their manager. A double-ended, it's called a double dong, 18 inches long, double-ended man. Jeez, I've got a photograph of it. Whoop. Anyway, I'm so sorry, but that's what it took me to. Lucy, do you have a filter? Sometimes not. The card flipped. Compassion, detachment. Interesting. Let's have a look at this. Where's my Coca-Cola? Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. Double dong. Ding dong. The power of love. Activation cards. Compassion. Cause and effect. What happens up to? Jeez. I'm in a whole lot of trouble, baby. It's my thoughts. That's what get me into trouble. It's not trouble. Double trouble. Living by the principle of compassion is the healthiest mode of being human. Compassion asks that you go within your own heart and see the world from another's perspective. By placing your awareness on the feelings of others and understanding what motivates them, you will begin to empathise with them. Operating compassionately is the natural inclination of your soul, so allow yourself the time and space to display loving acts daily. It can be as simple as smiling to a stranger. Remember that some of us travel an easier road than others, but the most significant thing we all have in common is that, excuse me, I felt like I was going to give you maybe a really loud burp then. It's just so masculine. It's a fizzy pop. Okay. Everybody's talking about pop music. Talk about. I channel through songs like crazy. I don't think, until I really started to record myself, I didn't realise how much I did sing. Anyway, well, that's actually a lie. I was brought to the attention one morning. I was actually with my Divine Masculine, and he asked me if I was okay, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Why? He said, because you're not singing. So I thought, okay, do I sing like every morning whenever we're together? Possibly. But yeah, that's interesting because my daughter's asked me twice this evening, my youngest daughter, whether like, are you okay? She could sense this air around me, and for her to ask me, you know, are you okay? It's like as if to say, are you sure you're okay? I said, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. But yeah, I don't know if I responded as lovingly or as hyper as what I normally, in high vibration as what I normally would do. But she could sense that something was kind of off with me, and it kind of put her in a mood. So yeah, I actually felt like she might have. I think that she thought that she had upset me, but she hasn't. And I felt like I actually made a comment to like her sister, and I said, I don't know what's wrong with your sister. Is she in the bathroom crying? I mean, I said, she keeps asking me if I'm okay, so she's not believing me, and she thinks that she's upset me, and it's kind of made her be moody. It's like, hang on, I thought you were sensing that I was like the moody one. It really doesn't help when you turn it around and you can't be moody. It's like, what's going on? And then she kind of snapped herself out of it, and that was that. But she didn't even want to eat dinner with us. And yeah, I felt the energy that she thought she had let me down in some way, or I wasn't impressed with her about something. But
Okay. So remember that some of us travel an easier road than others, but the most significant thing we all have in common is our decision to share this physical dimension together. Compassion is also a gift you give yourself. When you are able to accept your own weaknesses as a part of a learning process, it's much easier to forgive others. It's often a difficult lesson, but once it's mastered, your soul evolves quickly. Oh, and then I realised, like it dawned on me, seriously, totally dawned on me, as I was staring into the fire, I said to my sister, I said, she's a friggin' empath. I don't know. She picks up on, it really just, I know that she's like a spiritual, she is spiritually connected. I mean, she sends me messages all the time and puts sign synchronizations together. But she can like, really, her moods can be up and down, and it's just, there's no real reason for it. And I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I think of this before? She's an empath. She just feels all the emotions and it affects her vessel, and I don't think that she really knows how to deal with that. So crazy, right in front of me. And it just took me a while to realise what's going on with her. Anyway, let's go to detachment. Okay, so this could actually come in with it, where you have to kind of detach from the what's come through is you have to detach from the responsibility of outcome. I don't even know if that made sense, but let's carry on. Detachment. You are releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. As an evolving soul, you are coming ever closer to utilizing love in all the many facets of your being. When you can release past situations and hurts, you are not only giving yourself the freedom to progress on your path, but you are also liberating the other souls involved. By disengaging, you are letting the universe take away uncertainty, doubt, and regret. And when those negative emotions are gone, you have the power to replace them with hope, belief, and contentment. Detachment also assists in bringing you back to your centre and creates a sense of calm and stillness. When she actually asked me if I was okay, I knew that I was in a moment of detachment and I was bringing myself back to centre. So she just caught me in a process, and I feel that she took it quite personally. And because she took it personally, it actually upset her. Because I feel that that will probably sum up my kids' biggest fear is for me to show disappointment within them. I mean, it's not going to happen, and they already know that. And my eldest has already kind of clocked onto that, is that I'm not disappointed in them. It doesn't matter what they do. I love them unconditionally. And she'll even say to her sister, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're not going to shock mum. She's not going to react how you expect her to react, like due to what you've witnessed by others. So she doesn't really get the reaction that I feel like she's wanting from me, even though she doesn't really want that reaction. It's, she's not going to manifest that from my being. Okay. Detachment also assists in bringing you back to your centre and creates a sense of calm and stillness. By being in this state of equilibrium, you are not making an admission of failure or giving in. This attitude is one of common sense and open-mindedness. In this state, it makes it much easier to evaluate life objectively, with the realization that you are in charge of your own choices and destiny. On a daily basis, the universe will test you in order to bring you or force you to a neutral state in all things. When you are truly in this space,
the everyday occurrences that you label good and bad don't have the impact they normally would, because your mind is balanced and at peace. Remember, dear soul, you don't own any of it. You are just borrowing it for a short time. So if you don't own any of it and we're just borrowing it for a short time, there's no point getting attached to anything. Right, 110 minutes and 27 seconds. We've got 21 seconds to go. Ding dong, the witch is dead. But he's talking about my ding dong double dong. It's not mine. I did handle it though. Well, just handled it. Well, it's not actually going to be used as a sex toy. Well, I'm not sure what the man's going to do with it, but it was given as a novelty kind of remember us gift. Not me, I have nothing to do with this. I was just shown. I was shown it. Jamie held it up against his arm. It's kind of Are we even talking about that? Okay. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Off to see the wizard, explore the wonder. I'm travelling to Cuba to eat, drink and be merry. I'll toast you all. Cheers. Thank you, Gal Gal. Laurie, I wish I knew that about myself at her age. I was taking meds because I was feeling others' anxiety. Exactly. What a realisation. I haven't even had a chance to tell her about it yet. I just thought that she's someone who always avoided conflict. Seriously. I only have to say her name. It's like, Emily, like I went into your... Yep, okay, all right. She's gone. It's like, jeez, man. She told me off once, not that long ago, but I'd forgotten to put my cards away after having a reading in the office. And so it wasn't that long ago. And she had messaged me and said, what's all this mess? And I'm so sorry, I forgot about that. Well, the next day I came in from work, I walked in the kitchen and she's standing at the sink washing up. And I went, what is all this mess? Like messing around. She went, all right, then I won't do it anymore. And then packs up and I went to her, Emily, I'm only joking with you. And as soon as she knew I was joking, she went, oh, okay then, and got back to the washing up. She was going to scalp her. Sensitive. But she is so adorable. And she is very much a mummy's girl. Although Megan's a mummy's girl, but they're both mummy's girls. I was going to say I'm all they've got. Well, as a guiding figure, yes, I am the only adult. But they are adults themselves. But they are their own guides and they help to guide others. So, and I am part of them, or they are part of me. We are all part of each other. I'm truly blessed to have been able to pass this, not even pass this journey, they've been with me through it. And I don't need to explain myself to anyone, my children know the truth. And nice, peace of mind. Where are we going now? Have we got any more cards to go? I can't even remember what I picked up. What cards did what was I was reading The Power of Love. I think that might be it. They're both beautiful. Yes, they most definitely are. It's so beautiful. Yeah, totally in love with them. And they both know that. Megan's insecurity, so Megan's my eldest daughter, her insecurity, she was a bit of a nightmare. Was she as much as a nightmare as me? I wasn't verbal. I was playful. I was just rebellious, mischievous, shall we say. I wasn't rude. Cheeky. But I would say I've always had a caring heart. I'd say a heart of gold. That's what I was going to say. Well, I know that I'm a nice being. But I just not over keen on rules and doing, I don't know. I just do what I want to do, what I feel drawn to do. So and I still do now. And I don't know what. Oh, Megan. What was I thinking about Megan? What was I thinking about Megan? About her teenage days. She was a bit of a nightmare.
I think that's a sign of an empath. Yeah, I'm starting to realise that with Emily now. Avoid conflict because we feel it. Yeah. Right, Mother Mary, come to me. All right, speaking words of wisdom. Let's get the Mother Mary cards. Oh, whereabouts are they? They're not very well. Let's get those. Oh my goodness. That looked like it was a towel that was going to fall. Okay, go onto the floor then. Oh, come on. Oh, it's okay. I haven't. I've got a couple of days' work. I've got a couple of days' work. I've got a couple of days off work, off what we call work. So I've got a couple of days' work in front of me. Have I? Spiritual work? Well, actually, I could easily have a couple of sessions, private, personal readings come in. I know there's a couple of people I've spoke to over the last couple of days that would like a reading from me. Possibly this week. What's the time now? Am I already into Monday? It's just another manic Monday. Not in my world. Every day is like a Sunday for me. It's beautiful. Well, I'm going to the Journey of Love first. It's a guidebook. Let's do it then. The Communal Dance. Card number 5. We'll have to have like a music session at some point. I don't think we should do it on this reading because this is quite an important reading to put out for the collective. So if we fuck it up by getting like banned because Lucy will play music, I will. I love music. I won't really be told. And live's great because if you're here, then we can just enjoy the music together and who gives a fuck whether they allow it to be uploaded. And it's not even like, what can they do to me? They don't even like, it's all bullshit. It's all threats. That's what life is. It's just bullshit threats. They don't do fuck all. It's not even really ever a person sitting behind whatever anyway. It's like some kind of computer generated message to scare the shit out of you, or a letter that comes through the door. Rarely do you actually come face to face with an actual person. It's either you're afraid of a piece of paper, afraid of a phone call, afraid of some kind of ban, or control. And I quite like the fact that the audience isn't that big to the point where we can go like under the radar. Just do what we want to do. Want to talk about sex, I'll talk about sex. If I want to talk about dildos, we'll talk about dildos. Want to talk about double dongs? We'll talk about double dongs. Well, to some degree. I have these discussions with my children, so at a suitable age. Well, I don't openly have the discussions, they just come up in discussions, don't they? I mean, they're the ones that are kind of showing me these sex toys. Anyway, the communal dance. Lover, you have been alone too long. Hand over the ding dong. Hand over the ding dong. I do make myself chuckle, really, seriously. It's quite amusing. Okay. I'm like that too. I don't know what is Sobian. I don't know what that machine is, or can I pronounce it? And I'm not sure I want to talk about it. They're both beautiful. What, the double-ended? Do you want the picture? Sherry, I'll send you the picture if you like. Okay, when I got I'm going to send you the picture. Oh, I should say that to him. Well, yeah. Ding-a-ling. I love you guys. Oh, dear. Right. Lover. Yeah. You've been alone too long. Your community calls you to surrender your isolation for this moment in time and instead join the cosmic conga line. Okay. Do, do, do. Come on and do the donga. It's donga across the floor. Oh my goodness gracious me. That's what we're talking about. The goodness of graciousness in me. I gotta get rid of and squeeze. Oh my goodness, my ears are ringing. I'm squeezing as what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze all the way through this message, but I will remember to breathe. Okay, are we ready? And squeeze. Lover, you have been alone too long. Your community calls you to surrender your isolation for this moment in time and instead join the cosmic conga line. Do you know how special you are? So much so that this community would not be the same without you. Squeeze. Your individuality and uniqueness can only enhance this group of souls that calls you to dance with them. Please. How do I do this and giggle at the same time? Okay. Was you trying to whistle? I'm not whistling. It was like air coming through them. Oh my God. Squeeze. Men and women, human and spirits, heaven and earth, your community is vast and rich and has much to share with you. Sherry, I can't focus on doing this at the moment. You carry on, my darling, though. Be lifted in celebration of belonging. Recognise that you are part of something great. Can your heart grow warm with recognition? You belong. You are meant to be a part of this great dance of love awakening on the earth. Your heart is already beating to the rhythm of the music. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being drawn into a new community that is more aligned with your innate spiritual vibration. Like attracts like, guys. Okay, squeeze, ladies. Yeah, let's do this. On the Donkey Kong. Seriously, go. I've got to get back to the Kegels. Yep, okay, we're on it. Go on, like Donkey Kong. Ah, yes. Laughter, beautiful. Squeeze, ladies. Me too. Squeeze. Surrender to the squeeze. Maybe celibacy makes us not have to squeeze. No, I don't think so. No. I mean, what is celibacy? Is celibacy like when you yourself do not participate in acts of self-pleasure? Otherwise, I'm not celibate. Maybe celibacy makes us not have to squeeze. Maybe, but keeps up the strength. Yes. True, Laurie. Practice makes perfect. I saw a video a couple of years ago about the twin flame purification process, celibacy. Does that mean we're not allowed to self-pleasure? I mean, oh, that's cool. I'm celibate as anything. Yeah. I mean, with someone else. Yeah, I quite enjoy making love to myself. It fulfills all my needs. And, well, I have quite good access to toys. It's only because Jamie works at a dildo factory. So one's needs all taken care of. And because I have this open communication and comments, he comes home with goodies galore. But I haven't got a double-ended dildo or a double-ended dong, what it's called. Date me. Me too. After a nice bath. What are you talking about now? I mean, we're so date. Yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's I love love. So yeah. Myself and I. But I do feel that we need to, because I find that if I pleasure myself maybe a bit too much, I maybe feel like I need to squeeze down there to tighten things up a bit afterwards. I'll be honest with you, I feel like after, like, yeah, if I've got a bit carried away, like, I find it harder to hold my, like, wee, which would be the same as doing
pelvic floor, Kegels. And so it's like, and I think Original said that to me. She said, that's all the playing that you've been doing with yourself. I said, do you think so? So it's like, and I've said to her, I need to like squeeze more. So regardless of whether or not, well, you're still making love, aren't you? With yourself. So, oh my goodness. I did say talk with Lucy. Listen, it's all good, the conversations. I think I started that one though. I was just laughing about this part where it says, this oracle brings you guidance. You are being drawn into a new community that is more aligned with your innate spiritual vibration. Kinky fuckers. You'll feel more at home there and be able to share your gifts and talents more freely and with greater support. Oh my. Let go of relationships or situations that you have been holding on to out of fear. If they're meant to continue with you, they will remain. If not, they will fall away, creating a space for new connections to come into your life now. This is not a time to hide in what you have known, but to be open to playful connection with kindred spirits soon to be met. Yeah, that's interesting. Sense8. So I don't know if it's on Netflix your end, but it is this end. And a Kinky Kegel Club. Hilarious. Oh, I love you guys so much. This is my favourite community. Like, I love my children, I love my daughters, but I love you guys. For your own reasons. This is not a time to hide in what you have known, but to be open to playful connection with kindred spirits soon to be met. Sherry, I'm going to a Halloween event in a couple of weeks. A spiritual group forming in my hometown. Going to visit my grandmother's old dress shop. Yes. You're definitely being drawn to that. Okay. The building anyway. Excuse me. Love you all. Love you all too. That was from Laurie. Nice, Sherry. That's from Laurie as well. Okay. Oh dear, this poem's going to sum it all up. When I stood in front of you, I knew something was in store. I could feel the excitement of our journey ahead, for I had been that way before. Each person comes into our life with lessons we may see, and in the reflection of that other self is the person we can be. Thank you, little fuckers, I'm telling you. There's nothing wrong with it. I love the energy. Yes, I need more contact with like-minded people. But yeah, but we're all on here as well. That's already manifested. So we're having like this. We're all like-minded people. And I was only mentioning today to Jamie, I said it's so nice to be able to do lives, because I did not do any lives for at least 8 months with you guys. And then when I moved here, it's like the energy is totally different for doing lives, and it's beautiful. I love this kind of interaction with you guys. So let's finish with a Mother Mary Oracle, because this has to be the longest, I think, for a long time. Not even 1 hour. It's 128 minutes. That's over the 2-hour mark. We must be touching on midnight. What's the time, guys? Have we turned into a pumpkin? This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Yes, I need more contact with like-minded people. And in Laurie, when I stood in front of DM, I knew from the start who he was to me. I did as well. And I can remember it so clearly. So, and yeah. I remember him walking on the other side of the room. And I just kind of watched him walk. And in my mind, I even remember what I said to myself. It was like, and who the fuck are you? That's it. Just knew. Never had that feeling with anyone else. Yeah, crazy. Crazy little thing called love. But I didn't feel worthy. I mean, I looked at him. I still look at him in very high regard. But it's like back then, like I said, I come from quite a poor background, so I never thought that I would be worthy of his attention, and I did get his attention. He always seemed to find me back in the day then. He would just, I don't know, we just ended up, well, I suppose it's no different. It just kind of happens. But I most definitely did not chase him back in the day. Yeah, anyway, let's finish with a Mother Mary oracle. Did I mention about opening the crystal warehouse before I read Laurie's comment? I think I did. Right, okay, let's I'm looking at the side here, it says Blue Angel. But I was taken to this blue spot, which seems to be a different colour now. It says Blue Angel. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. The other was a bee slap to get on the journey for real. Is that a bitch slap? I know now I was wrong. The guy from long ago, he even spoke of the mirror back in 1996. The visions, the telepathy, it was all there with him. All back in 1996. Mine was 1997. That's when beginning of 1997. Probably March, April time. March, because I don't think I had turned 20. I think I was still 19, so about March time, 1997 is when I first laid eyes on him. And I sure did lay my eyes on him. Oh, the other was a bee slap to get on the journey for him. Okay, let's we met in 92. Back in the summer of 69. Our Lady of Comfort. So we had this message come up yesterday, but I only read the beginning part of it. 3 cards came out. Was it yesterday or was it today? I mean, who knows? On one of the lives that I've done recently, I had 3 cards come out. Did I use these cards today? I don't think so, because they would have been with the others, wouldn't they? This was last night. 3 cards that came out. Did I even come on last night? I don't think I did. I'm not sure. I don't think I did. I was sitting out in the garden with Jasper while it was raining. About 11:30. We need to get going soon. He said he couldn't bear the person reflected back to him through my eyes. What did that poem say? It's right here. I haven't even put it away. Well, this will make sense. Each person comes into our life with lessons we may see, and in the reflection of that other self is the person we can be. 43. Our Lady of Comfort. And then we should finish with this message, guys. So say your Cheerios. Save your Cheerios. Save your breakfast cereal. Say your goodbyes for now. Send your love, share your love with each other, because I'm going to be clicking off soon. Our Lady of Comfort. Even though you may not see me, I am holding your hand. Even though you may not hear me, I am speaking through your heart. I am never far away from you. I am by your side with love, guidance and protection always. You are my own. I could not bear to be apart from you. Receive my message of comfort and peace now. Our Lady of Comfort brings you angels of peace. She is at your side. If you have wondered if the divine is more real than you ever believed. If you have been in conscious divine connection, the Oracle of Our Lady of Comfort confirms this. If you have been, no, yes, no, yes, which one? If you have been having the opposite experience, perhaps finding it difficult to feel lightness, joy, or happiness for some time, or finding it so hard to meditate or connect with yourself or your spiritual centre, Our Lady is telling you she is still with you, and this time too shall pass. If you have been trying to be strong, perhaps for the benefit of others who are grieving or in stressful life situations, or if you have been feeling alone, not really held or heard by others, this oracle comes with a particular message. The Divine Mother hears you, knows you, and loves you. She asks you pray to her so that she may help you, that you may attract the comfort, connection, and support that you need. Interesting, it's page number 177. So 1 will always take me to oneself, but 77 is the year of my birth. So she asks you to pray to her so that she may help you, that you may attract the comfort, connection, and support that you need, not only from spiritual sources, but also in human form in the material world. You are worthy, you are worthy of this support too. And she asks that you do not allow your strength to isolate you or prevent you from receiving the love that you need. If you have been in chronic pain, either emotional or physical, and are suffering without relief, or you know of someone in such a situation, please pray to the Divine Mother Mary, Our Lady of Comfort, to bring spiritual blessing and divine assistance or relief. The Divine Mother will offer what will most serve with mercy and compassion, and you can certainly pray for her help for yourself and others. If you are suffering a loss or disappointment, she comes to you specifically with this message. Sometimes there is sacrifice of what could have been on the altar of a different future. Grieve what has not come to pass, but know that there is plenty of life yet to be lived and dreams to be fulfilled. Those dreams may be fulfilled in a way that is surpassing, or may yet be fulfilled in the way that you once imagined that they would, but divine timing is perfect and serves you. Receive her comfort and know that all is not lost. If you have been worrying about a situation in your life, the Divine Mother asks that you imagine her soothing you gently, like a mother with a child. She asks that you know that you have more than enough strength and resourcefulness to attract to you what you will need to allow that situation to resolve itself. She is with you, helping you. Pray to her for help and allow her to help you. Our Lady of Comfort also reassures us that whatever is happening in our lives, whether obviously healing and supportive or not, is helping us grow spiritually. We can always pray to her for assistance and support. She will answer all our prayers, yet we can also know that if we are struggling in some way, this is not a sign that something is wrong, or that we are being punished, or are not getting some lesson or other. We are just growing. Imagine a child taking their first steps. There can be a few great strides, and perhaps at least a few wobbles as well. The Divine Mother is there, with her arms open, calling you forward with delight into the next phase of your life path. Finally, if you've been hearing loving words in a song that stick in your mind, or finding white feathers on the ground, or seeing many churches, more than usual, or seeing artwork of the Divine Mother, or feeling new sensations of love in meditation, and you have been wondering if it all means something, the Oracle comes with this answer. Yes, the Divine is reaching for you and making its presence more felt so that you know it is real and with you always. Let's finish with this healing process and affirmation. Close your eyes and sit comfortably. Place your hands on your heart, your head or belly, wherever you feel stress or wherever feels most in need of comfort, and say aloud, I call on Mother Mary, who loves me unconditionally, and I ask for your divine protection, healing, connection and love now. Through your divine grace, so be it. Imagine, sense or intend that the healing, non-intrusive but strong touch of the Divine Mother is reaching to you through your own hand and resting on your body in an unconditionally loving way. Sit like this for a few moments, and if you can, allow yourself to feel reassured. When you are ready, complete your healing process with the following affirmation. The Divine Mother loves me unconditionally and comforts me with truth. Only the divine plan shall be. All is safe and unfolding according to divine wisdom now. I trust in her and I am safe. And you indeed are safe. I was reading that, but that actually took me to Our Lady of the Dark Mysteries, which was the card that I finished. It was the third card. The first one was Our Lady of Comfort, and then I can't remember what our second card was, and Our Lady was the third one. Our Lady of Dark Mysteries. But I have many names and faces. Beyond those names and faces, I am your loving mother always. I come to you in light and darkness, through joy, and even, my beloved, through loss and tragedy. I am always your loving mother. I am seeking you. If you can know this, then great peace and spiritual power shall be yours, and you will help me bring love to this world. Remember me, I am your loving mother always. Right, 14303 on the counter. Sherry, good night all, and thank you, Lucy. Maybe one day I'll share some of what I wrote about you. Awesome. I look forward to that day. Gal. Oh, Sherry, I'm going to send you a picture of the double-ended dildo. The double dong. I'm going to do that now. Okay. Gal. Eyes, the gateway to the soul touching. Yes, Gal, Sherry said. Yes, Eminem. Heal back pain. Thanks. 7:15 here. No, it doesn't say that. It says 7:17 here. Okay, which means it's what? Is it 12:17 here? It must be 17 minutes past midnight. My golly. Okay, I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, Sherry, there's a picture coming your way. Guys, I will catch up with you later. Take care. I'm not even joking. You will laugh at this. Okay, take care. Much love. Bye for now.